Firstly, we would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of land on which we work and live, and recognise their continuing connection to the land, water and community. I pay respects to elders past, present and emerging. The enterprise chosen for this project is the Subiaco Bookshop. The bookshop has been trading in its current location for 26 years as an independent family-owned run business. We made this decision to choose the Subiaco Bookshop for our project because we saw the potential the store had as an independent retailer in a historical space. We also saw the ability for the bookstore to contribute to the community and for the community to contribute to the bookstore through the surrounding businesses and retailers. We understand that the Subiaco Bookshop has remained stagnant for some time, despite it being a perfect imagination of Subiaco's history. Today we'll be reviewing the initial analysis of the enterprise, acknowledging the presence of the COVID-19 health crisis, and our report will provide a detailed analysis into the important processes and strategies which can be used in the future for a better understanding of small business improvements. The business is located in the very centre of Subiaco's traditional retail trading precinct on Rokeby Road and occupies the ground floor street-facing space in a heritage-style building with a very bright interior colour scheme. It is a nice size space, approximately 70 metres squared, with very high decorative ceilings providing wall space for posters and artworks. There are two very small stores located in the rear of the building, and the offices in the upper floor that are accessible via a narrow lane on the southern side, leading to an entrance with a dark Jarrah staircase leading to the upper floor. A door to the bookshop from this entrance is permanently locked. The building is different from the surrounding buildings in that it doesn't have an awning sheltering the street outside and has small traditional windows rather than a large glass facade. There is, however, a larger than average area of paving directly out the front, as it is a preferred pedestrian crossing section of Rokeby Road, with a laneway on the opposite side of the road as well. There is a bench nestled against the front of the shop that looks uncomfortable and exposed to the elements. Melcher highlights in her book the importance of ensuring a retail business is inviting from a town planning perspective to ensure the best possible results for all surrounding businesses. It's difficult to gauge the value of the retail space in Subi, as the range of asking prices in the real estate research is vast. For a street front retail space on Rokeby Road, the advertised leases range from $250 per square metre per annum to $930 per square metre per annum. The enterprise itself is indicated in its lease payments to be between $500 and $600 per square metre per annum. On Rokeby Road, the major land uses include shops and retail and offices, as shown in the graph and land use map. Also present are service industries, utilities and health services. There is also many vacant shop fronts and currently many closed businesses due to COVID-19. 34% of businesses on Rokeby Road between Churchill Avenue and Bagot Road are currently closed now due to the health crisis. Subi bookstores, hours and staff remain unchanged during this unprecedented time. There are a number of community assets on Rokeby Road which increases its attractiveness, including seating spaces such as benches, bike racks and trees. The population of Subiaco is currently at 18,627 and is expected to grow to 22,528 by 2036, which is an increase of almost 4,000. Wilson, 2012, states that local businesses must be willing to adapt to redevelopment and transitional changes that happen within the area. As stated by the Subiaco Local Planning Scheme No. 5 from 2020, the City of Subiaco aims to foster a sense of place that is unique to Subiaco, and to also facilitate and encourage effective public involvement in planning in the context of the city's character and practicality. It should be noted that the scheme also intends to protect locations of cultural heritage by identifying, conserving and enhancing such locations, and promoting public awareness of cultural heritage. This would mean that locations such as the Subiaco Bookshop could expect positive effects from the redevelopment, as it is prioritised within the LPS. There are numerous businesses in the immediate surrounding area that could be complementary partners, including Jackson's Art Supplies, coffee shops such as Silvana and Tastings, and a wine bar. Rosenfield, 1997, states that businesses that interact with each other enhance their relationship and therefore strengthen the economic value of the area. However, there are also ever too present vacancies, including a large empty fashion outlet right next door. Dimmick's Subiaco is also 160 metres up the road, a complementary competitor, and there are two charity stores that have a small selection of second-hand books. There used to be a book exchange in the area, and both the Subiaco bookshop owners and the owners of Dimmick's franchise feel that this is a missing piece in the book life cycle for the Subiaco community. Like any enterprise, there are strengths, weaknesses, untapped opportunities, and threats that contribute to the likelihood of success. This SWOT analysis looks into these in order to understand what aspects of the business are successful and the areas that can be improved. A major strength for this bookshop is its location and name. Subiaco is well known in Perth for its character and sense of place, and everybody immediately knows where it is. The bookshop itself also resides in an old bank built in 1929 that is considered very important to the heritage significance of the area. Also, the aforementioned city of Subiaco's proactive stance on the economic development of the area has resulted in the installation of numerous eye-catching public artworks that enhance the appeal of the precinct. For weaknesses, there are many vacant shop fronts in the area. Despite the city's attempt to attract businesses into the area, there are still many vacancies that result in a feeling of desolation and emptiness. Also, the attitude of the current owners with regard to advertising and social media. Social media should be considered a major opportunity to be harnessed, coupled with the well-known name Subiaco, but the bookshop owners have a negative view of all social media and refuse to entertain the idea that it could be useful. We understood this through our research into Pisca's literature, who states that if social media can't find you, you do not exist. Wilson furthers this understanding by saying that a lack of commitments to globalizing a small business will lead to a decline in the business. Lastly, the lack of weather protection out the front of the building is a weakness to the business. For opportunities, there is a larger than usual sidewalk directly in front of the building, including an existing bike rack, and it is a preferred location to cross on Rokeby Road. This space could be utilised. There is also a narrow laneway down the side of the building which could also be utilised. There are complementary businesses that could be used as potential network and marketing partners, and there are events that are put on by the Subiaco town team. The owners again don't understand the opportunities that these events provide and see them as a nuisance that hinders the ability for their usual clients to access the store. In terms of threats, the presence of an online marketplace is one. The boom in online retailing, with stores such as Amazon Books, have the ability to hinder sales in brick and mortar stores, especially in the current economic environment. Large retail and their ability to undercut prices is another. This topic was directly mentioned in an interview with the owner regarding one book in particular that Dimmicks had marked down for 15 or 30% below the recommended retail price. Customer volumes are not monitored. However, Gary Mann, the husband of the owner, says that there are approximately 60 people who walk in the bookstore each day. However, due to COVID-19, the numbers of customers has roughly halved. The average purchase per transaction is around $30, and the average amount of books purchased in one visit is 1. However, due to the recent health crisis, buying habits have changed. There have been less customers walking in, however, more books are being bought per transaction, which means the average purchase cost has increased during this pandemic. The market catchment of this enterprise as a whole ranges from people of all ages. These people are usually local residents or workers. Customers from outside of Subiaco tend to be in Subiaco for other reasons and happen to walk past the bookshop and pop in for a browse. The competition for Subiaco Bookshop includes Dimmicks, which is 150 metres up the road, online markets, e-books, as well as stores which are used to sell used books such as Salvos and Good Sammy's, which are both located 200 metres away from Subiaco Bookshop. Research from Song 2019 suggests that customers are just as likely to purchase a high-quality used book as they are likely to purchase a high-quality new book. This could be an open opportunity for the Subiaco bookstore to open to selling pre-loved books at a lower price. This could increase niche tones for the business, and used books are also a market which is not often searched for online. This could increase their competitiveness to online businesses. Whilst it is difficult to ascertain the income stream of the enterprise exactly, research into the viability of independent bookstores in Perth by Giroux Business Valuations outline a cost structure between 20 to 30% gross margins, 15 to 25% expenses, and between 5 to 15% net profit. Combined with the approximate customer numbers and purchase values provided in the interviews, and using a 10% net profit, we estimate a probable income of $180 to $240 per day. This fits in with the enterprise being more focused on a passion for books rather than on a business, and the view of it as a hobby and not a love for money. In conclusion, the Subiaco Bookshop has been a landmark for Subiaco for many years. As a group, our analysis of the retailer has so far shown us that there are many weaknesses of the business which can be improved upon from a planning and economic perspective. However, there are also countless opportunities and strengths for the business. We believe that there is potential for growth for the Subiaco Bookshop as well as Subiaco. Melcher, 2012, believes that individuality in a town can promote retail, create a better living space, and it also encourages people to linger and/or return to the place. We look forward to providing you with a more detailed understanding in our report. Thank you.